Here we have for sale our December 2020 on a 70 plate Ford Transit Custom. This is the 280 model, means it's got a 2.8 tonne gross vehicle weight. This one has got the 2 litre EcoBlue diesel engine producing 130 PS, roughly 130 brake horsepower, accompanied with a 6-speed manual gearbox, short wheelbase, low roof, limited van. And what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec that you get on a Transit Custom Limited of this age. We'll also talk you through, of course, the condition of this particular example, service history, and also the bits which have been added to it afterwards as well. So starting here then at the rear of the vehicle, we can see that this one is spec'd with rear barn doors. Barn doors are 2 doors which open like so. On a Limited you get a number of elements which come colour coded. That includes the door handles, trims down the side here, bumpers, and of course the mirror caps as well. Let's have a really good look here at the condition of the paintwork here at the back. A couple of tiny little blemishes here, I think actually. I'm not sure if that will come out, but there's a tiny little blemish just there, you can see above my finger there. We will try and polish that just to see if that improves at all, but otherwise looking very, very clean and tidy here actually at the rear doors. Yeah, not a huge amount I can fault that on there at the rear. Looking at the rear bumper then, you do get rear parking sensors. You also get front parking sensors as well on the Limited model. A couple of tiny little stone chips here or there on the rear bumper, and of course the exposed plastic top of the rear bumper as well. A couple of tiny little marks just there as well. If we open up the rear doors then, we can start to have a look inside the back. So you've got this little yellow arm, give that a pull. That allows you to clip that against the rear door and allows you to open it to its full 180-degree position like so. You can of course do exactly the same with the other door as well. And this is where we can now see inside the rear of the vehicle. So this one has had brand new ply lining in the back of the van, as we do with probably 80% of the panel vans that come into stock with us. You can see we've got the nice factory fitted bulkhead there, which is in very good condition actually, and that's got the load through hatch as well, so you can load your 3-meter lengths under there if you want to. This one has got the factory optional extra of LED load lights, makes a massive difference in lower light conditions. And of course the Limited comes with this nice hard wearing plastic floor as well. Full rear door coverage, and of course that is the reason why ply lining is there, is to give you protection from any outward dents. Plenty of tie down points as well in the rear of the van to be able to tie any cargo down. But all in all, looking nice and fresh in there as we like to see. And there's a tiny little pin dent just there above my finger on that sign writing panel, but as I say, very small. Looking then down the passenger side, and hopefully you can see there in the camera just how straight that is down the passenger side, looking super clean. As I say, not much I can fault that on. It is looking really smart down there, to be fair. We've got the 20-inch caliber T-Sport gloss black alloy wheels. These are fully load rated with the load rated tyres, really set the van off very nicely. You've also got a nice set of black sidebars, you've also got black roof bars and a rear spoiler on those rear doors as well. Just all ties in nicely together. That's one thing I have noticed on this particular van, is that dotted around the Transit Custom you have one of these on either side and also on the front arches, and this little sort of paint protection film which comes with them from factory. And we do see this on some vans where just around the edge it starts to distort around the edge. I say it's nothing, it is of course minor, but I like to point anything out which I can see, and I have seen that on it's quite consistent actually on pretty much all of them dotted around. Just opening up the side loading door then, this just gives you another aspect of the load space there. Just see again how clean and tidy that is. Just down the edge of the doors as well, a couple of little chips there which have been touched in the correct colour of course, but just certainly worth noting that. Opening up the passenger door then, no issues there on the plastics of the passenger door, and also the glove box. We very commonly see these scratched. This one is in lovely condition. Having a look at the passenger seats, again, no issues here on the passenger seats, no cigarette bins, tears, anything like that, all in lovely order. If we pick these up, you have of course got extra storage underneath here, and again, testament to how well our guys clean these. Absolutely stunning condition under there as well. Fold down work tray, a couple of cup holders there, and somewhere to store your paperwork as well. Plenty of cup holders, bottle holder down here, cup holder up on top, plenty of storage as well. and we'll come around to the spec when we go around to the driver's side there. This particular one has got a nice set of transit overmats as well, which I always like to see. It just tells us that the previous owner has looked after it. Looking at the step as well, no issues there. Speaking of the previous owner, this one actually has no VAT to pay. The previous owner was not VAT registered. They wouldn't have been able to have claimed the VAT back, and they can't charge VAT when they come to sell it, of course, not being VAT registered, and we can't then charge VAT on something that we haven't paid VAT on. So no VAT on this particular example, making this one a very, very rare opportunity. These are never with us long. Looking at the bonnet then, a couple of stone chips here to the bonnet, which I can see, again, neatly touched in the correct colour, so certainly not noticeable and not going to get any worse, but I say worth noting there. What we always do in these Transit Customs, the lovely Ford Trail front grille just really sets the front end of the van off ever so nicely. And we've also got the LED daytime running lights as well, of course, on the headlights, which come as standard on the Limited. Front parking sensors, which I mentioned a bit earlier in the video, and a nice front splitter there as well. And all in all, I just think that just sets the van off so nicely. This colour is called Magnetic, one of the most popular colours on a Transit Custom. And looking here then finally on the outside of the van, looking down the driver's side of the vehicle, and again, just look how straight that is. Hopefully you can see that there. The camera is conveying that accurately, and the reflections just looks absolutely fantastic. That bit of PPF there is actually not too bad, but I can see that this one just here on the front, that is starting to distort on the very edge there as well. As I say, you may choose to remove that, I'm not sure, but all in all, beautiful condition on the outside of this van. Opening up the driver's door then, again the step, very clean. That's the position there of the toolkit behind that little door just there. Opening up the driver's door, having a look on the inside here, again no issues on the plastics. Electric windows, electric folding mirrors, and that's how those are operated there, just by pulling that dial back towards you like so. We've got auto-activated lights and auto-activated wipers, 2 full remote keys with the vehicle, leather multifunctioning steering wheel. You've got your cruise control on the left-hand side and your volume controls underneath that, and your onboard computer controls on the right-hand side there. 28,105 miles, no warning lights or anything like that on the dashboard, of course. USB point up here and a 12-volt socket, and I've got my phone plugged in there. Reason being is that you do get Sync 3 on the new Shape Transit Custom, so it gives you this brilliant screen which gives you Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You can listen to your podcasts, music, maps on here absolutely as you like. Really, really fantastic system. Of course, you have got DAB radio on here as well if you don't want to plug your phone in. You have got Android Auto as well. Air conditioning, heated front seats, heated windscreen, and heated door mirrors. All comes completely as standard on the Limited model. USB and a 12-volt socket just there. And looking at the gear stick, 6-speed manual gearbox, and lovely to see there, no excessive wear to the steering wheel. Nice flip down cup holder just there as well. I'm not sure if did I mention the mileage? 28,105 miles. Really nice miles on this example. And having a look at the driver's seat, no wear there really to the driver's seat as well. So very much consistent with its age and mileage. Tiny little scratch I can see just down there. You can see there just above my finger, and again a tiny little touch in just there above my finger as well. But otherwise, I must say, very nice condition. Looks absolutely brilliant in the Magnetic, with of course the usual kit that we put on these vans. This one was serviced at 25,000 miles with a previous owner, which is when they're due, 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever occurs soonest. So nice to see that that was done on this particular van. So it is ready to go. If you'd like to see the full advert, if you haven't seen it already, please head over to our website, bridgeendvans.co.uk. This is where you'll find the full advert with the price, the description and the photography. We will welcome inquiries on either of the numbers listed there at the bottom left-hand side of the sign. We can arrange finance at very competitive rates. We can also part exchange cars or vans, and we can deliver our vans nationwide as well. Thank you ever so much for watching.